Okay, everybody, welcome on back to Ku5ogrande, the bad video game tournament. We've only got one match left, and it is going to be a doozy. Let me go ahead and move on over so that we can see what is going on. Honestly, we are behind schedule, so I'm just going to go ahead and reveal GM Tristan. Come chat with me a little bit, Tristan. I would love to hear about the game. If you're around. If not, there we go. Hello, Tristan.
Hello.
Hey, so this is the last game of today. Did we save the best for last?
No.
The worst for last?
It's not the game I wanted to give out, but it's pretty bad.
Okay, that sounds a little bit hopeful. What game do we have today?
We have Adventure Island / Wonder Boy, and I know you're thinking, how the heck did I get that past veto? And the way I got it past veto is I'm giving them the Amstrad CPC port.
Seriously? I'm a little bit concerned because I don't know what that means. It sounds dangerous.
This is a not very good port.
This is a not very good port. I think that's probably the kindest way you could say this. And by not very good port, how playable is it? How many frames per second do we get? What particularly is going to be bad? Or is it something that we just need to experience as soon as the game pops up?
I think the first thing you'll notice is the title screen and the music. The music's really bad. It's very slow. My emulator claimed I was getting 50 frames a second, but it's closer to about 15 in actual, reality. And
yeah,
it's about as hard as the NES version. So we're gonna have fun.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, that is going to be a struggle. Every once in a while, we see these games on Ku5ogrande that everybody knows at least a little bit, but the platform can make it an entirely different challenge, and that is absolutely what we've got today. So, what has been up? How are you doing these days, Tristan?
I'm holding together. I think I'm a little tired of not being able to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I think everyone is.
Everyone's losing their minds, stuck inside.
Yeah, this is the most social interaction I've had outside of my roommates in 3 weeks because
yeah, honestly, I need this. Because if I don't have Ku5ogrande, basically it's just Justin and I sitting around at home, and while Justin is awesome, interacting with one person every day of your life, you need other people occasionally. I'm fairly outgoing, to be honest, though. I'm definitely somebody who likes to go and do things on occasion. All the time, no. Every once in a while, I need to run away and get a little bit of a break. But then, if I don't have people around me, I'm like, what's going on? Where are people? I need people.
Yeah, I'm an extrovert with crushing social anxiety, so it's already a hard situation for me.
Okay, I am just letting them know to get somewhere so that I can see the edges of the emulator. Who is doing audio, if you don't mind? It looks like Dragus will be doing that for us. Good.
Yeah, Dragus dove on that grenade first.
I guess I answered my own question. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we... Justin made me food! Ooh.
I'm jealous.
This looks good. Thank you, Justin. Oh my gosh. Yeah, honestly, he just comes in and saves things every once in a while. And it's so nice. Thank you. Let's see. So I'm currently working on getting everything captured at the moment. So, have you played much of the original Adventure Island / Wonder Boy?
Yeah, I finished the Master System version, and the NES version I got to 8.2 and then threw my controller out a window and gave up.
Is it that frustrating?
Yes.
Oh.
Very much so.
Okay, I've played a little bit of the NES version, but honestly not enough to really get a full taste of what the game is like. I don't know. Just didn't
I think
really
anyone
have
who
the
wants to
chance.
experience Wonder Boy / Adventure Island should start with the Master System version. And if they say, hey, this is too easy, then play the NES version.
That sounds like a good idea. Okay, Master System version first, then NES. Yeah. So I'm working on getting everything captured. Just so people know, I may have to do a little bit of a recapture during the beginning of the match. That will not be a surprise at all to me. So don't yell at me, or I'll yell at you. I'll yell at you back. Yelling at me because I had to recapture. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, the first experience was the NES version, which is unfortunate because Hudson got their hands on that and kind of just cranked the difficulty to 14, and
Okay.
it was not a fun experience later on.
They cranked the difficulty up to 14. Very nice. Well, I don't know. Hudson's a fun company. What's strange about them, though, is that, before they became widely known, especially with... They made Kirby, right?
No, Hal did, didn't they?
Why do I keep confusing Hal and Hudson? Why? Every time.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Never mind. Well, they made Smash Bros. 64. That was where I really got to know Hudson personally. And, Smash 64 is so good. They made Bomberman. Okay, there we go. Bomberman. They were very much a hit and miss company, though. And it's kind of... Oh my gosh. Apparently, Smash 64 is still Hal.
Yeah.
Tristan, help.
I was gonna let that one go. Blame chat.
I can't do this. I can't do this anymore, everybody. Oh my gosh. Good stuff. Well, whatever. Hudson made games. That's what I know. They made so many games. But like I said, they were hit and miss. I've been providing so many quality versions of it. Let's see. I'm just checking with Dragus to see if they can go ahead and get to where there's audio.
So one thing I will point out is that there's this audio glitching that I am 99% sure is the fault of the emulator. It seems, yeah, the choppy audio. I could not fix that. It's just, that's how it is.
Oh no, we've got an hour of this?
Yeah.
Oh.
This was like my fourth pick. This was way down the list.
Oh my
blame
gosh.
people vetoing stuff.
I'm not a... Okay, we can do this. Tristan, why do you do this to me? Okay. Yeah, we're going out with a bang today, everybody. We've got our 4 players. Dude, Dragus Cloud, we've got Novasol, and our lovely Jerry Eris. All of them are going to be playing their games. Can we mute this game? No way, Jose. Well, maybe later. Probably not.
Yeah, if you opt to mute this and play your own music, I would not entirely blame you.
We'll see. See, I see Kirby. I see Kirby dancing around on one of the screens. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the countdown. Everybody find all of your fruit, spam away dinosaurs. What else?
Yeah, fruit, skateboards, dinosaurs, hammers. That's about it.
Okay, as soon as the game starts, I will go ahead and start our timer. And I'll probably need to recapture, don't worry about it.
So you can just take in that lovely frame rate.
Why is the jump sound just in my right ear?
That one I don't know, because the CPC didn't have stereo sound to my knowledge.
Tristan. Tristan! I'm very angry. I want you to know that I'm very angry.
In my defense, this was one step above moving to dropping bombs, okay? This was my last thing before I opened the case and pulled out the glowing radioactive canister, alright?
Oh geez, most people already are irradiated from this, and it's been 47, 48 seconds. Like, this is nuke level. Which, I mean, to be fair, if you had to almost go to a nuke, might as well give a nuke.
This one's on the line, yeah. Also, just to point it out, because this is not Hudson's Adventure Island, you don't have the B at the end of 1-1, so there are no continues.
Okay, let me see if I can change this to mono real quick. I don't know if I can. Okay. Mono! Will that help?
I mean, if you're so hopped up on, like, medicine from having mono that you don't know what's going on, this game may be playable.
Okay, everybody, let me know if that helped. Okay, that's much better. I cannot hear it in mono. I am just hearing in stereo with everything in my right ear, except most of the music in my left ear. I hate this. I hate it so much. But whatever, I'll suffer for you, chat. It looks like Novasol is on to stage 2, which means that I can probably actually recapture because, stupid video games, stupid games. So yeah, I see people were talking a little bit about Wonder Boy in this, and Wonder Boy, most people are more familiar with the RPGs. When it got released in the US, though, the original Wonder Boy, which is what we see here, they called it Adventure Island, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so the story behind that is the original Wonder Boy was a Sega Master System and similar platforms thing. And Hudson brought it to the NES, and when they did, they just completely changed it to Adventure Island, and then the two series kind of just went off in their own directions.
Yeah, it's weird to have two series based off of the same first game. But then again, like, this doesn't really look like the later games in the actual series anyway, the Monster Boy games.
Yeah, Adventure Island largely remained the same and became a stage-based platformer until its, like, 6th game. And then Wonder Boy became an action RPG.
Yeah, and it's so good. Like, here's the deal. It does have problems on console, but at the same time, there is so much variety. There's so much innovation when it comes to that game. I'm getting a phone call, by the way, and they are really not hanging up. And it's from family, so I may need to take that if they call back. Just to let you know, Tristan.
I see how it is. You're trying to get away from the music.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am. And with the sibling who's calling, it could either be just a normal phone call for fun, or it could be who knows what. So we'll find out later. After this match.
So we see Nova has gotten to the cave levels, which You know, in the NES Adventure Island, the cave levels are when the music changes, right?
NES Adventure Island. I believe it does, yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't here. Same song.
Oh, yeah, why would you need a variety when it comes to music, you know? Oh my gosh. This... Like, the NES Adventure Island had much better music than this. Oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah, it's a series that's typically known for having pretty solid music.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So for anyone who's not a veteran of the Adventure Island series, the main mechanic is one-hit deaths.
Okay.
And in addition to that, you have a timer in the form of the player character's very fast metabolism. He will starve to death in 5 minutes. So what you have to do is you have to keep picking up food, and you can see how well fed you are by the bar at the top that ticks down. And if it hits 0, you die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there is also either an eggplant or a devil, depending on which port you're playing, that drains your food incredibly quickly, and Nova just found one.
Eggplant. And a doll bonus. You got bonuses for dolls?
Yeah, you just get points for picking those up.
Okay, Novasol onto Area 1, Round 4. I believe Novasol is currently in the lead. And yeah, I'm thinking that playing the NES version of this game wouldn't really help you too much. Besides knowing that the hammer axes things curve a little bit.
Yeah, that was my feeling on it, is this is a very basic platformer at its core, and what you need to know you'll learn in like the first 3 minutes.
Yeah,
so we had a couple of people who said, I played the original Adventure Island. I'm thinking that's not going to help a lot.
Yeah, not at all. Jerry is back to the beginning of the game. Are there continues at all in this game?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, why would you have continues in a video game?
I mean, like I said, in the NES Adventure Island, continues were a mechanic you unlocked by finding a secret, and this port just doesn't have that secret at all.
Now, which version is this? The SMS? Sega Master System?
This is probably based on the Master System, yeah.
Oh, but this is for MSX.
This is for the Amstrad CPC.
Oh, CPC. Okay, that's why I was confused. CPC. Yeah, it was definitely published by Activision. But from what I'm seeing, I see
we have
credits.
a boss.
Look at this guy. Look at him. I'm gonna call him Nosy. Giant nose there.
I love the boss designs in this.
Oh, yeah. Wait. I was seeing things wrong. But, yeah, I'm seeing that this specific version possibly was developed by Escape. Based over in Tokyo. Later named to Westone Bit Entertainment, from what I'm seeing. They haven't really done anything too recent, but definitely worked on the other Monster Boy, Monster World games. Monster Lair, I see, as well as a little game known as Jaws for the NES.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what you always want to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't see too much information about anybody who specifically worked on the Amstrad version. There were people credited for Commodore 64. This is being really annoying. This sound. Tristan, you usually either have games that are either visually scarring and auditorily scarring, and this one, ugh, my ears. Let me tell you. And it's probably the emulator, sure. Oh, Dragus Cloud was running out of health really quickly. Was it because of the thing hovering by him?
Yeah, that is like the opposite of finding a fairy. You can find, in this it's like a little devil thing, but in Adventure Island it's an eggplant, and it just drains your food very quickly.
Why would the eggplant drain your food? What's the point? Why eggplant?
Because Master Higgins does not like eggplants. So you can imagine what eating an eggplant does to him to drain his food.
It's just because he doesn't like eggplant?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like eggplants either. They're kind of dumb.
Wow.
No, it's true. I don't like eggplant. It's gross. Like, there are very few foods that I straight up do not like, and eggplant is one of those. Like, I think that if you fried it just right, I might be able to stomach it, but they're just bad.
I tend to agree. Nova's on to 2-2.
Someone says they're good in Ratatouille. If I got Ratatouille, I would definitely give it a shot. I would eat your eggplant. Sure. Otherwise, they're slimy, and the flavor just is... Like, you gotta disguise the eggplant flavor in order to make it worth eating. And as soon as you start disguising flavors, you know that you shouldn't be using it anyway.
That's how I feel about coffee.
Wow, you don't like coffee?
No, I hate it.
Oh, I like it. Like, but then again, you know, if it's like crappy cheap coffee, it's kind of bad. But if it's like, there's a specialty roaster here that's so good.
Yeah, so the yellow things on the top left are lives. Nova has 5 of them.
Are those acorns or apples? Whatever they are, they're your lives. That's what it is.
I think they're supposed to be your like head looking to the left, but I don't know.
I'm gonna agree with chat. Coffee's better than eggplants, always.
What about eggplant coffee?
You are asking questions that should never exist. Okay? That's like, okay, you know the forbidden area of books in Harry Potter in the library? That's where that question goes, over there.
Alright, so here's the thing about Nova. Having died and lost their hammer, they're gonna have a much harder time progressing through here until they get one again.
Oh, right, yeah. Because that's your only way to attack. You can't Super Mario anything.
Right. That's kind of how this works, is you're fine until you lose the hammer, and then it's R-type syndrome all over again.
Oh, that is sad. I like these spinning boys, though.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what those were, and if I could, I couldn't find a way to describe them that wouldn't be vaguely problematic. It was
Yeah,
weird.
that's sort of what I was thinking as well. Maybe that's not the best sprite in the world. It's not... Like, we've definitely seen worse in video games, but come on. Come on, the 80s.
Yeah, there was one
with the
game in
times.
particular that I was sold on handing it out, and I played like an hour of it, and an hour and 10 minutes in, suddenly incredibly racist cutscene. It's like, well, that sucks. 80s indeed.
At the same time, I think that it's worth not censoring history, but looking at it and acknowledging that it's problematic. I think that that's a completely worthwhile thing to do. Anyway, but then again, it's your call. You're the GM.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you, but in this case, there are so many other games I can hand out. It's just like I could just easily not give this one out.
Yep.
Then again, I could have easily not given this one out, but I did anyway.
I mean, that's pretty much true with every video game that we have. We could just not give them out, but here we are, Ku5ogrande.
Yeah, none of this needs to happen, but here we are.
Yeah. Okay, there's spiders and snakes. I still love that you have the arcing axe when you throw it. It's so dumb to me, okay? It's like Fester's Quest, except somehow better than most of Fester's Quest. It's just make a projectile that's easy to understand, that's easy for people to get, you know, so that if you're right next to an enemy, you can still hit the enemy. Like, sure, you can add a duck in order to do that, but as soon as it is literally impossible to hit the enemy, it's just a problem. Sure, make it challenging, but don't make it impossible. That's my opinion, Tristan. I don't know, does the hammer curve bother you? Have you played enough Adventure Island that it's not an issue?
I mean, when I played through the NES Adventure Island as far as I did, I got used to it. I consider it to be part of the game and just kind of a mechanic you have to adjust to, just like anything else is. But there are definitely situations where you feel like you died purely because there's a portion of your attack range in front of you where you can't hit anything, and it can be frustrating.
Yep.
So, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence on it.
Yeah, part of me is kind of okay with having it so that you can't directly hit everything, you know, making it so that you can think things through. But I still think, look, your character has legs. You should be able to crouch.
That is true, and you cannot in this game, just like in the NES Adventure Island. No, Nova!
Nova! Hey, Dragon's Cloud is on to 1-3. Time for the exact same music that we've heard so far.
Indeed. The Amstrad CPC was certainly capable of better, but the CPC itself has a reputation for having really bad ports, because a lot of their ports were just basically cross-compiles from the ZX, which was already a platform that got mostly ports.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. A port from a ZX. That sounds like Nightmare Realm. That's Nightmare territory.
Yeah, and I don't think this one is. I think this is a direct port, I think someone said, from the arcade version, but it's just a particularly bad port.
Oh yeah, looks like arcade to me. Let me tell ya. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, Dragon's Cloud touched the frog. Don't want to touch frogs in this universe. Was it a poison dart frog? Had to be.
Frog is friend. You just need a social distance from frog friend.
Yeah, frog has the coronavirus. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no.
I don't think reptiles can get that. So we'll go ahead and say maybe the frog is just, you know, he's got a gun. Don't touch the frog, he'll shoot you.
I actually saw a YouTube video the other day of someone who made a Roomba with a gun attached to it that just shot anything it bumped into.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I think everybody saw that on YouTube. Oh, you silly Roomba going around murdering. Stop the music, stop it, stop it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, skipping the skateboard is an entirely valid strategy.
Sorry, I had a hiccup right in the microphone. Yeah,
You actually have far more speed control in this than you do in any Adventure Island version I know of. You can almost completely stop with the skateboard, but not entirely.
Yeah, honestly, I remember the skateboard being a nightmare in Adventure Island. A nightmare in a good way, because you always wanted to go fast. Like, at least I wanted to go fast, but it was always a quick way to die. A quick but fun way.
Nova is kicking butt at this. Just finished World 2. I think everyone else is still around World 1 on the latter half of it.
Now, considering that this game is for the CPC definitely was not made for video games. It was a computer, personal computer. That's what the PC at the end stands for, maybe.
Yeah, the Amstrad was a very weird case as far as games go.
Yeah, it was a, from what I see, color personal computer, that's what it stands for. Produced between 1984 and 1990. And it was specifically competing with the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum. And generally became best known over in Europe, not here in the US. So, yeah, I can say that, you know, porting this game to a system that wasn't made for video games, it was made to be a personal computer, definitely had to have been a challenge. Why they decided to do it, though, is another question. Did they actually see that there was a market for this game on the CPC?
That I couldn't tell you. I'm of the opinion that they could have very easily not done this.
Yeah, I generally agree with that.
And yeah, someone had pointed out that World 2 looked almost identical to World 1, and largely the order of stages is the same-ish in each world. There's a couple of worlds that mix it up a little bit, but the thing that makes them different is how many enemies are in them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so World 3, for example, just starts throwing walls of foes at you, but Nova was able to pick up a fairy that gave them invincibility for the particularly hard part of it.
Well, that's good. At
and
least,
then backflipped into a pit.
like, you could see that even with it being a struggle, you know, if it was a port of the arcade, at the very least, there is some design to it. Putting a fairy before a particularly difficult section, for example, is one of those design elements that I would say is good. With that said, this is not a good game.
We've
Or
got
a good port
two
at
people
all.
on the first boss at the moment, so maybe we'll see some progress here.
What the
shortly.
crap is this boss? What is it supposed to be? Okay, let me see if I can find this. Okay, Adventure Island first boss. Oh, let me see if it looks at all like the Adventure Island boss. A little bit.
So the thing about the bosses from the original Adventure Island is they're all the same person with different heads. I think in Adventure Island it was supposed to be like a witch doctor or something that could change his head.
I wouldn't be too surprised. Like, I'm looking at it, and yes, it is supposed to be the same character that's on Adventure Island. It's just that it's about 1,000,000 times uglier on this version. It's so ugly. Like, he's wearing a skull necklace. You see the little blob of green in the middle of his stomach? That's supposed to be a skull.
Yep. It's really hard to tell what he's supposed to be. It looks like the Michelin Man with a really weird helmet on.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Wow. Beautiful. You know, green blobs, skulls, what's the difference?
Alright, everyone has at least seen World 2 at this point.
Hey, Novasol 3-2, that is good. How many worlds are going to be in this game?
If I recall correctly, there were 6.
Ah, we've still got plenty of time. I've still got my headphones on despite this audio glitch. Are you even listening to the game right now, Tristan?
No.
Well, okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna apologize. I never turn off the audio for myself. I just gotta do it. I gotta stick it through, okay?
In my defense, I probably tested this for a total of 2 hours. I did my time already.
You already did your time. Whatever. No parole. Get back in there. Just. That or let's fake some charges. Tristan committed war crimes by giving this game out. Actually, that's not a fake charge. That's a real charge.
In my defense, I put in a lot of effort to try to figure out, 1, how to fix the audio glitching in the music, which I couldn't figure out, and 2, verifying it didn't impact anything else in the game, which I'm fairly sure it doesn't. So like I said, I went in pretty hard on this and have listened to enough of the music for one lifetime.
Then again, you know, there's a reason that we give everybody the same emulator and the same setup. We don't want any individual systems to have an advantage over any others. And if there is a problem with the emulator, everybody gets to experience that problem, not just a single player.
Right, and the only thing I really figured out that is on Caprice itself, the emulator the RetroArch core is built around, it doesn't do this. But I wasn't about to give an install of Caprice out to everyone and have to manage that. So y'all get to listen to that weird glitching for an hour. I'm sorry.
Yeah, honestly, you know, that sort of happens a lot with the older consoles, the older computers that nobody, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but that definitely very few people are wanting to play these days, you know. Sometimes you just get an emulator that is not going to be as high quality, and that's fine, you know. At the very least, we get to re-experience this crap. You know, and I feel like the obvious answer for this is just go play the NES version or one of the later ports. I believe there is a port of this on PlayStation 4 even. I'm not completely sure. That's what I saw when I was looking, but you know, there are various ports of this out there that you can play.
The blue and purple things up top are indicators of what MacGuffins you've picked up while proceeding through the game. I believe it's just a flat indicator of which areas, aka worlds, you finished.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see how far they've made it based off of that icon.
Now I need to double check how many worlds are in this game.
Area 1, Round 2 for Dragus Cloud. Novasol definitely has a pretty commanding lead at this point. Not saying nobody is going to pass them, but it's pretty good to see this much progress. Now, just so everybody knows, this specific match that is going on here, this is a 10-point match. All of the players will be moving on, but you know, they still want to do as well as they can just to make sure that they have a little bit more of a cushion when it comes to some of the later games here. Wow, giving this to a 10-point group, that is something. I agree with the decision, Tristan. 100%.
That was my thought, was, you know, this is a high-scoring group. It still matters. You know, they're not in brackets or anything. They're just not... They're safe from elimination this match. But I wanted to bring out something particularly bad. And like I said, this wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but it is particularly bad. Anyway,
Yes.
Kate, the continue situation is you don't get continues. When you run out of lives in the top left, you reset.
For those wondering, Novasol is currently in World 3. Dude is currently on World 2, same as Jerry. Dragus is currently on World 1. So that is more or less the distribution at this point. Now remember, it is based off of how far they made it at any given point in this match. If Novasol got game over, that's okay. Still the high watermark there, having made it to the end of 3-3 right here. Oh my gosh. Stop this music. Ah.
You have the power to stop it.
No, I'm not going to. Not going to. Tristan! This is Ku5ogrande, okay? I have listened to worse things than this. I listened to Spiss Popped for an hour. I can do this. Like, all it is loud clicking in my ear. That's really not too bad when it comes to audio.
So we've got Nova on 3-4, which is one of the mountain stages from Adventure Island, the ones where it's all like gray rock, and typically their gimmick is you don't get a whole lot of food and have to sprint to make it to the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is that the same case in this one?
It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit more kind in this port. You don't finish the stage with 1 bar left if you speed run the level. But it's definitely kind of rude.
Oh, He-Man music was more tolerable than this? He-Man music is more tolerable than the voices of angels. He-Man music is perfect.
So Jerry just fell down a pit on 2-3, is running pretty low on lives.
However, Jerry does have an extra life now. Do you get an extra life every so many points?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine you do, but I actually don't know off the top of my head. When I was testing, I was never really looking at my lives count.
Gotcha. That's something, for all of those who are players in Ku5ogrande, that's something that you kind of want to figure out, especially early on if you can. Because for this game, it really matters. They need to have a good push. And look at Novasol. Novasol definitely has figured out how to consistently make progress here. And honestly, I've seen a fluctuation of lives, but they've just been able to hold on to it. Yeah, let me go ahead and say, for those asking about what kinds of angels, no, not the demonic angels. The He-Man's music is comparable to the good angels. The nice ones.
Are we talking about the portrayal of angels that are just like dudes with wings, or the actual angels that are like flaming wheels of swords with a giant eye set in the middle?
No, not. And are you really saying that those are actual angels, Tristan? Maybe actual angels are just Furbies that descended during the 90s and terrified us all. You never know. You never know what an actual angel is. Oh, the actual angels are the long Furbies. Tristan, have you seen a long Furby?
Isn't that just a furret?
I mean, kind of, except with the Furby face.
Oh, God.
Exactly. Exactly. Now you know. Now you know why we have nightmares in this realm. Long Furby.
Oh, Nova takes a fireball from the boss.
Well, it happens to the best of us. Honestly, Nova is starting to get low on lives, though. Definitely do not want to get a game over. However, there's an extra life.
Nova has dunked this first half of the match so hard that if they game over, I don't know if they can get back to where they were.
I think you
I
can.
expected a far higher rate of game overs than this.
Oh, Tristan, always underestimating. Well, not always. For this
right?
match specifically, underestimating.
I do tend to underestimate racers pretty often. I didn't think people would get to the end of Dragon Ball, and they did.
Yeah. Yeah, well, honestly, that happens a lot with us. Simply put, these players got 10 points in their previous match, which means they are, you know, the cream of the crop. They are some of the best players that we have in the tournament, at least from what we've seen so far. So it really shouldn't be surprised that they have destroyed our expectations.
True enough. Here, I thought you were going to go for cream of the crap. By the way, Jerry has reached World 3, so if Nova does game over soon, there could be an opening.
True. Very nice, Jerry. Yeah, Novasol is currently in the lead. Jerry in second. Third and fourth is a little bit in the air between Dude and Dragus Cloud. I feel like Dragus Cloud is in third at this point, but I'm not 100% sure. Tristan, my soul is dead. This music has killed my soul. And yet my body is alive. I'm like a soulless body.
Well, you're in good company.
So it might be like a vampire. Oh, good. Is everybody here soulless too? If so, then sweet. Looks like Dragus is on to 2-1. 2-1 is definitely a forest. Yeah, Jerry, by the way, it looks like the same level that Dragus Cloud is on, but remember, pay attention to the icons at the top left. They show what you have collected, and Jerry is looking for a glass slipper next or something. I don't even know what it is. What are the items that you collect?
I have absolutely no clue.
Okay. Could be a burrito, actually. Gotta get the burrito.
You know what? I want a burrito. We'll go with that.
Burrito time.
I require a burrito every 17 minutes.
Yeah, that's my life.
Clearly, you did not get the memo.
Wait. What's this from? What are you quoting?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh. Okay. So apparently, with the original Wonder Boy, there is actually a secret level. And in order to get the secret level, you have to collect all 36 dolls. Now, I don't know if that's the case in here, and I don't really want to go find out, but if anybody is patient enough, you could go ahead and do that for us, you know, and be real nice.
That's definitely the case with the Master System version, and there is an argument that getting all of the dolls actually entails getting the true end. Don't know about this. I didn't sit through 7 worlds of this to find out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jerry is working on getting through this stage, but at the same time, is running a little bit low on lives. Novasol was as well, but Novasol has managed to pick up some extra lives.
Yep, and Jerry has no hammer and is in a particularly rough level to have no hammer.
Oh, my ears. My soul. Everything hurts, including the world. The world hurts because of this.
You keep bringing me back as a GM. Why do you keep doing this?
I don't know. I don't know. It's dumb. But, you know, I'm just prone to doing dumb things like letting you give out Monster Wonder Boy for the Amstrad CPC. That's what this is. We are 39 minutes into the match. We are starting to get fairly close to the end, which we are all hoping and praying for. And I've been assured that this game will end after an hour. By the way, just for those who don't know, the tournament specifically is seeing who can make the most progress through the game at any given point. Novasol definitely is in the lead, and with the game over would still set that high mark that someone would have to beat. So do not be too surprised if we do see that happen, but Novasol still takes the victory. I think we're going to see a game over on Novasol's at some point. At the same time, the health is relatively generous compared to other adventure islands, you know?
Yeah, it's particularly kind. Apparently just getting the doll in every stage is enough to give you a 1-up, practically.
Novasol skipping the skateboard, which I think is a really good idea when you're
Very good
doing
play
platforming
right
on clouds. I would have gone for the skateboard, I can guarantee you. Because I'm dumb. I take risks I shouldn't be taking. Dragon's Cloud got the doll. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I hate this noise. Dresden, I am so out of it now. So out of it.
Apparently exposing you to really bad sound effects and music turns you into Homestar for a minute.
On occasion. Oh, jeez. Why is everybody still watching this? Why do we have 350 people watching this? Are you enjoying your headache? You gonna go swig some Tylenol? Actually, I don't know. Is there liquid Tylenol?
I wonder if there are people who actually... What's the term? Who actually enjoy getting headaches. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's so much fun. No, I get headaches fairly often. Oh, geez, I had a really bad one the other day. Masochism? I don't know anybody who likes headaches. I'd hesitate to say there's a human being in this universe who likes headaches.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know quite a few people in that persuasion and no headaches.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that at least the entire world and everybody in it can come together over disliking headaches. If there's one single uniting thing, that would be it.
Alright, so Jerry just game overed. I think that's going to be the PB from them.
I think you're probably right, but it's worth trying to get back into it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Dragus is currently on World 2. No extra lives, though. Oh my gosh. You definitely want to get extra lives when you can, Dragus, because as far as you are, you do not want to have to go back to the beginning. Like, you can still pass where you got to, but still. Oh.
I'm gonna be mad if Nova just does this entire hour match and doesn't game over once.
But Novasol has been, again, really good at taking things a little bit slow instead of rushing. I think because your health is also your life, you're very prone, even in this version, to just speed through things and take risks that you normally wouldn't take. Time limits do that, and the time is so generous that you don't have to rush. So I think that, it's playing a little bit of a mind game with this. You should be going slower than you want.
Your time is also your life, yeah.
I mean, that's how it is for me.
Yeah, that's how it is. The bar is your time, and you just die when you get hit.
Oh, wait, you're right. It's not health. But it is. I don't know.
It's like okay, the character just has really fast metabolism and will starve to death in 5 minutes if you don't constantly shove fruit in their face.
So he's basically a hummingbird.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really crappy hummingbird, can't even fly. Can ride a skateboard though.
At one point I was considering giving Colibri out as a game, and then I realized no, that game is actually awesome. That has a hummingbird.
Oh, I like hummingbirds. Oh my gosh, have you ever had a hummingbird land on your finger before?
No, can't say I have.
It's so cute. What you do is, you get a hummingbird feeder, fill it up, let it be outside, let the hummingbirds start to trust it a little bit more. You can't do it on day one, but then afterwards, while they're out there, you go hold your finger underneath where it would be a good perch for the birds. And eventually, they're going to be sucking some of that hummingbird juice, the sugar water, out of the hole, and eventually one of them will just settle and be willing to rest a little bit on your finger, and it's really cute. So yeah, they're the professional Brossentia strategies for how to kidnap a hummingbird. Honestly,
that was educational.
Yeah. It's worth doing at least once, okay?
Fair enough.
Because they're so cute. They're so cute.
Yeah, at this point, even if Nova were to game over right now, I don't think anyone's going to be catching them, but there is still an open battle for second.
Dragus Cloud has weird music. And I don't know why. By weird, I mean different. Wow. This is nice. I mean, it still hurts, but it's nice. The skateboard. This music started before Dragus Cloud grabbed the skateboard.
Yeah, this just might be different music at the end of World 2.
It finally gave us different music. Yeah, it sounded sort of like a boss theme, which we've got a boss right here.
Oh yeah, this is the boss music.
Wait. Okay, I guess this is Dragus Cloud's... I don't recall ever hearing this before, though. Like, did Dragus Cloud fight a different boss before? I thought he did.
Yeah, they would have had to fight the boss of World 1 to get this far.
Yeah, so either I just missed it, or this is the first fight where you actually get different music. Hey, the boss is down! Dragus Cloud wins! Let's see if there is an extra life in the works. That would be very helpful. No. Teardrops for days. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are getting really close to the end of the match.
No, there's an extra life.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Dragus Cloud got the life. Yeah, if you see, Dragus Cloud really does not go out of their way to collect anything other than what's needed. Jumping for only a little bit of the fruit. There we go. Okay. I saw Dragus Cloud skip a strawberry, so I was concerned. Because strawberries are great. Don't skip strawberries, everybody. Always eat strawberries.
Your air control is limited to you can stop your forward momentum but can't curve backward. Additionally, you have 2 tiers of jump, a short jump and a high jump, and there's nothing in between.
Oh yeah, Dragus has the fairy, which means they are currently invincible to everything except for pits.
And starvation.
Wait, you can still starve to death?
While you have a fairy? Yeah.
Stupid fairy! If you're gonna be magical, at least give me some food. Seriously, useless fairies in a useless world.
It's like playing NetHack and you're 1 turn from starving to death, so you pray and your deity removes a curse on an item in your backpack instead of giving you food.
Oh, I was gonna say they decide to take away your stats, but that works too. Seriously, I think I've gotten maybe one good thing out of praying in NetHack. You don't pray. I mean, in
There's
NetHack.
actually a pretty ironclad set of rules you can follow to know when you can safely pray and when you should.
Yeah, when it's safe. You should pray frequently, but not too frequently. Actually, that sounds about right, yeah. NetHack, I gotta play more of that. I love NetHack.
It's on my bucket list to write a roguelike. I just never have gotten around to it.
I would love that. I would love to work on a roguelike.
Ku5ogrande roguelike.
I'd want to make a good roguelike. But how come every good, like, the epic best roguelikes have the ugliest art? Like, it's not even a joke. Art, I think the uglier your roguelike is, the more likely it's going to be successful.
Because roguelikes are the kind of game that attract very specific and obsessive developers who care about tiny details, and those people also tend to want to not trust people with their art, so they use programmer assets.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's fair. I think that, honestly, there are a lot of roguelikes out there that have good art that are really enjoyable. Looking at you, Cogmind, and your stylistic tile set, so good. But yeah, a lot of them, I think because the whole experience is just navigating and going somewhere, it's more important to have something represent the player than have something look nice represent the player.
Don't Starve is not a roguelike.
No, Don't Starve. It's a survival game. I wouldn't even call it a roguelite.
No.
No.
Oh god, here we go.
What, the whole roguelike discussion in chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dreadmore. I'm trying to think. Dreadmore might be the one that's really good that I never actually got and that I need to. Okay, anyway, 7 minutes left. This is not a roguelike, although it's about as responsive as a roguelike. Nah, roguelikes are more responsive than this. Strategy platformer, yeah. What's
I
weird...
tried so hard not to give out a platformer. I'm trying to cut down the filling.
Hey, you could have given away Aussie rules footy, but no, I had to be the one doing that.
That does give me an idea for another game, though.
No.
Right now.
Uh-oh. Nova Sol killing a frog. Like, still, Nova is just pushing forward constantly. Dragus Cloud is on 3-3. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. First is pretty much settled, but second, third, fourth, I don't know what's going to happen.
3-3 is where Jerry got.
Yeah.
I don't know how far Jerry got. I'm hoping someone is aware.
No, the skateboard for Dragus Cloud. Well,
No!
At least Dragus has some extra lives. You know, 1 extra life at this point. Hopefully, you know, getting enough points soon will help with that. Oh my gosh, these bats and no hammer.
Yeah, losing your hammer in a cave level is not good.
No.
Oh no!
How do you even? Nova starved to death. Oh no.
Nova's on their last life on 5-2. Yeah, whatever. They...
See, this game is the true or don't starve of the 80s.
No, so...
Game over for
Dragus goes down in 3-3. That's going to be a referee call who's in second.
Yeah, honestly, I think that we need to go back and review exactly how far they made it through 3-3. Dude is not completely out of it at this point, even with how much time has already gone by. You know, we end the match at an hour, but if dude is able to get to 3-3, then that's another story. The boss goes down super quickly. Is there enough time? Like, you move really slow, but the levels aren't exactly long.
It's feasible, but it would have to be a speed run.
I mean,
I would say play it out.
That's fair enough. Nova is being especially careful right now because this is Nova's last life. 1 more death and the run is over. Even though
Fate is ruling that Dragus took second.
Dragus moves into second, Jerry currently in third. Honestly, dude, you could theoretically move out of fourth into third.
Yes!
Theoretically into second. What?
Nova game over, finally.
Is that why you said yes?
Yes.
You did your job, Tristan.
My honor has been restored.
Like, honestly, based off of the number of game overs we've seen for the other players, I don't think you need to restore any armor, honor, whatever.
I think Nova's just putting it down, and you know what?
Nope,
I
Nova's
can
back.
accept that.
Maybe Nova just found a neighbor or a family member to play through this. You're like, hey, you want to try a piece of crap? Here you go. Dude, just be careful. Oh, I guess bumping your butt on a rock doesn't kill you?
No, but it does for some reason take a chunk of your food away. Oh no, the boulder!
Oh my gosh! Oh, that was too stressful.
Like, any death could close the barely open door on taking third or second for the dude.
Like, I think 1 single death basically seals the deal. There's no moving out of fourth. But if the dude can get through with no deaths, it still might not be enough, but maybe. Just. However, I agree with the way that dude is playing this because 1 death and you're back pretty significantly in a stage. So going a little bit slower and just making consistent progress rather than fast progress is usually the move to make. Unfortunately,
so no one has made a placement check in the chat, so no one knows where anyone is.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, these interstitials between rounds is just so long.
Let me go ahead and refresh the streams just to make sure they are caught up with what we want. There we go. Bam. Oh, Tristan. I've actually really enjoyed this match, despite the fact that I'll probably have a headache as soon as I get off the call. I don't know, usually I don't get headaches during the matches, but occasionally, like, as soon as I step away and sit somewhere else, whomp, 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 headache comes.
Well, that was certainly not my intent, and to be perfectly honest, it was my expectation that within 15 minutes you would go heck this and play music. I salute your fortitude in not doing so,
Look,
and
this
also
game has
question
music. I'm not going to change it. If there's no music, I'll put music on, but if there's music, gotta listen to it.
Oh man, signpost 3 on 3-2. I don't think there's enough time.
Oh my gosh. No, there's
Because
not.
it takes 30 seconds to get through the post-stage cleanup.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's enough time for that. But still, this final push has been amazing, and I've really enjoyed seeing what the player could do. Okay, we have 10 seconds without the noise, everybody.
Hey, Kate, do you know how far ahead Dragus got in the in that final push? Was it pixels or?
What a game. That is time, everybody, time. Guess what? Nova absolutely took the victory today. No doubt about it. It looks like... Who was it? Who was it who took second? Where's my thing? Jerry.
It was Dragus, and then Jerry.
Oh,
and then
Dragus, and then
Dude
Jerry, then Dude. Yeah, that is the order that we have. Jerry honestly had a really good push, but Dragus Cloud just passed it by a little bit, not by much, putting Dragus Cloud in second. This has been a blast to watch. Oh, and Carl Riffic, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and just go back to the title screen. Everybody, let's relax a little bit and see if Nova wants to join voice. Looks like you do. Hello there, Nova Sol.
Hello, friend.
Oh my gosh, good to see ya.
It's great to be back.
Let's see, I'm just trying to figure out if I can get you a little bit more balanced. I think that's gonna work.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so what did you think about the game? Congrats on the victory, by the way. You had a really good push there.
Okay, so in the lead up to this, I informed them that I had beaten Adventure Island for the NES. And they said that was fine, and this just felt like a slower and easier version of that, so I was able to just push right through it.
A slower and easier version.
Yeah,
Yeah, the speed definitely makes a pretty big difference.
Yeah, you can be very precise with your jumping by tapping the D-pad, and I figured that out very early on, so that helped a lot.
Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to think. Slower and easier definitely doesn't mean better in this case, though. That's what I'm assuming.
No, it absolutely no, it does not.
Okay, just had to make sure. Well, you know, I honestly, especially the audio is what I disliked. We're unsure if it's necessarily the computer that the CPC would do that, or if the game is just like that. Probably an emulator issue, but still, I listened to the whole thing.
No, I'm
So
sure it was
did
an
I.
emulator issue. The tapping noise was definitely an emulator issue.
Okay, definitely.
I'm blessed. I can just kind of tune it out, so I let my viewers suffer through it.
Ha! I love it. That's so good. Yeah, so looking like an emulator issue. Is there anything that you really didn't like about this or that bothered you at all?
Some of the hitboxes were very questionable, especially around the fire. That I was not pleased with.
Some of the hitboxes, especially around the fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
Also, I'm just thinking, compared to the NES version, because it was more like you were moving tiles rather than pixels,
yes.
because of things like that, you definitely had to be precise and make sure you were in the right place in order to not get hurt.
Yeah, that's why every time I would jump, I would just tap. I wasn't actually holding the D-pad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Because it seemed like every time... Yeah, it seemed like every time you tapped it, you would advance forward one step in speed. So I used that to control where I landed.
Yeah. Oh, well, seriously, this has been a blast. Nova Soul, you've taken 2 victories so far. It's been it's been pretty dang fun. Is there anything that you're streaming these days that people should know about?
Well, I'm starting to get more into VR streaming. I've done a little bit of Ku5ogrande recently.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm also going to get back into Resident Evil. I was doing a series playthrough of that. So the next one there is Resident Evil 0.
Uh-oh.
And I also want to play more retro garbage now. I'm hooked.
Oh, I love retro garbage. Yeah. it's my life, you know. That's essentially what I do with my life. Bad video games. Oh, I'm trying to think. Tristan, anything else? I think that we don't have any more matches. This is the end. We do need to raid somebody.
I'm not going to continue, so...
You're running away screaming for this one, huh?
Yeah, I'm taking my W and leaving.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Valid.
decent idea. I agree with that. Okay, I see that Andrew G is doing an attempt specifically for the original Super Mario Brothers, trying to get 455. Let's raid. What's the raid message we were going to do? And why is my keyboard in Portuguese again? Okay, your health is also your life. No, we had that one. Oh, the out of bounds one. Out of bounds on the fool. Yeah, good old Aussie rules football. Go bother Andrew G. It will be great to go watch, support him. Honestly, Mario 1 runs are always very, very difficult. Thank you, Nova Salt. Tristan, thank you as well. I will see you both later on. We may have matches during the week, so I will keep people updated, and we will update the schedule over the next day or two. Take care.
All right, thanks for having me.
Bye.
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 Okay, I am offline. Wait, no, I'm not.